Hey friends, it's Alyssa and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I am going to reveal to you my top 10 most favorited items on Etsy currently. So these are items that have not sold yet, but they are getting a lot of attention on Etsy. I thought it might be helpful just to show you kind of some things that seem to attract buyers right now. These are the top favorited items in my shop, and usually that means that within a certain amount of time they will sell. That time kind of fluctuates, but I can usually tell when something is getting favorited quite a bit. Etsy starts to push it out a lot more, and that usually just elevates the time and escalates the time of how long it'll be on my shop, so it can sell pretty quickly usually. So yeah, I just thought it'd be really fun to share with you this list, so I hope you enjoy it. Okay, I'm gonna actually show you, like physically show you number one, because I thought this was very interesting that this is number one. And it is this really cool vintage paper towel holder. This little heart thing comes off, and then you can obviously, put the paper towel on and then put this back on. But yeah, this is just a handcrafted wooden paper towel holder from a company in Ohio. Like, I don't know if they were family owned, but definitely a small business. And to me, I'm not really sure if they're in business anymore. I couldn't really find anything, so probably not. And then it's also hand painted there on the top. And you can see the year. I think it says 94. I think that's 94. It could be a 1, but to me it looks like a 94. But it's painted on both sides, and this has gotten so many favorites since I added it. I added it for the Isn't She Lovely drop, which was for like Valentine's and love themed things. And so yeah, it's been getting a lot of favorites, and that tells me it'll probably sell very, very soon. So definitely something that was kind of out of the blue for me to think about even putting on my Etsy shop. I just saw it and I thought it was cute and decided to kind of go out on a limb, because that's not something that I normally would sell. And clearly I might need to look into more stuff like that, because it's doing really well with getting a lot of favorites, a lot of visits. Like, it has the most amount of visits that I've ever had on an item in Etsy. So hopefully that means it'll sell very soon. So that is number one, the paper towel holder. Number two is something that's actually been on my Etsy shop for a while, and it got a little bit of attention when I first put it on, but recently it's been getting a lot more attention. And that is this set of vintage measuring cups. These are like stoneware cups, and they have these little hearts on them that are kind of strawberry shaped and painted, and they're just really cute pottery. And I think the strawberry helps and the pink helps. I just think they're cutesy, and so a lot of people like that type of stuff. So that is my second current highly favorited item on Etsy right now. And I'm just reading off this list because I went on and just kind of wrote them all down. So the next thing is this set of pink floral, it's like a pink floral vanity set. And so it's got a little plate, it's got a little bottle that you could like put perfume in, and then maybe something you could put, I don't know, like powder in or something. It's definitely something you could see at a vintage vanity table. It's really, really cute. It actually came out with the same drop as those measuring cups, which was my pink theme drop from last year. And initially it got very little attention, but as of late, it's been getting a lot of favorites and a lot of visits. So that tells me hopefully it'll sell very, very soon. The next thing is another item that kind of came out of the blue as far as getting a lot of attention. It has probably the second most amount of visits currently, but not as many favorites. And that is this periwinkle lidded vase. The pattern of it is called periwinkle, and it's so pretty, but when I first added it, it got like no attention at all. In fact, so little attention that I ended up taking new photos of it and posting new pictures, because like no one was visiting it at all. But recently it's been popping off a little bit, so maybe it will have a second life and find a new home to go to. The next thing is something I recently added, and that is this Japanese plate. It's I think it's called Arita ware or Arietta ware. And that's like the style of the painting, the style of the plate that is made from Japan. It's very, very beautiful. I love the contrast of the blue and the white. I know I've shared that many times. And on the back it has Japanese lettering. So yeah, it's just a very beautiful plate, and I knew it would be very popular. So I'm pretty sure this will sell quite soon, because any item that I've added that's that blue and white color, like it just pops in the listing, and they sell pretty fast. The next thing is a set of pink depression glass era plates. So these are the pink depression glass, and they are always popular. Any pink glass is always popular. Colored glass in general is usually pretty good for my Etsy shop, but I've noticed pink is definitely the one to go for, because people love the pink. It's a little harder to photograph than like the green or the amber, but it's beautiful and people seem to love it. The next thing is something that actually sold, but I think I shared in a video, like a short here on YouTube, that this sold, but it sold to somebody that was like a guest on Etsy, so they didn't have an actual Etsy account, and they didn't put their address. So that was really sad and frustrating, because I didn't have anywhere to ship it to, and I reached out to them multiple times. They never contacted me back, and I finally had to reach out to Etsy support, and they were basically like, yeah, you're just gonna have to cancel the order and refund them. And so that's what I did. So these have gotten a lot of attention since being added back onto Etsy, but so far have not sold. It's just this really cute set of crystal glasses, very beautiful. I could definitely see them being used at like a sweetheart table for a wedding, or even like an engagement party or something. They're just so pretty. The next thing is something that's been added in my last drop, and that was the vintage heart-shaped nesting boxes. These have gotten quite a bit of attention, and I think you could see why. They're so pretty. The next thing is something that's been on my shop since this past summer, and that's the America's Inland Waterways book. It's so pretty, again, with the blue and the white. It's very striking when you see it on Etsy. It just helps the listing pop. It's been getting a lot of favorites recently, and honestly, a lot of the vintage coffee table books that I've been putting on my Etsy have sold rather quickly. So I was surprised this one didn't sell as fast, because it actually had another one that was a part of the same, not the same set, but it's also a National Geographic book, and it was a green one, and that one sold very, very quickly. So hopefully this blue one will sell pretty soon as well, because I think the cover is so pretty with the boat on it. And then the very last item is a Corningware English Meadow Crock. This is another item that I've had on the Etsy shop for a long time, but it seems to be gaining a little bit of a second wind, some second life, because it's been getting a lot of new favorites recently. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit about some items that are getting a lot of attention on my Etsy shop. I hope that helps you. If you own an Etsy shop that sells vintage home decor, or are planning to start selling vintage home decor, these are just some items that clearly people have found alike with, you know, like they like them and they are attracted to them. So hopefully that helps you guys out, and hopefully some of these items will start selling very, very soon. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye.